Good morning. I am on my way to work at my last day at the pharmacy. Tomorrow, I worked yesterday, today, and then I'll work for the next 5 days. But tomorrow I start back at the school. I got a new position last week with the school. I had been in SPED doing like in-class support, and we did a professional development training last week, and I want to say, so today's Sunday, so I want to say last Friday or last Thursday, the principal called me and said that one of the staff quit, and she offered me her position. So, I'm still like not entirely sure what the position is. It's still kind of a support role, but it is for reading and literacy. And the way that I understood it when she described it was kind of like a guided reading teacher. So like, I guess the kids that are still struggling within the classroom, I'll be pulling them out in small groups, and I'll be helping them with their literacy, their phonics, whatever it is that they're struggling with. That's about all I know about it. So I asked her, like, where am I going to be? And, am I going to have a set schedule? Like, how is this going to work? And, I hate when people do that. When they turn into someone else's lane. It drives me crazy. So she said, basically, I'm going to be on the second floor, which is where some third graders and fourth graders and fifth graders are. And then I don't know, like, if I'm going to have a folding table or if I'm going to have, like, she said that the lady was housed between two classrooms. So I don't know if I'm going to have like a little hallway or like a nook kind of thing where I'm going to be housed. Like, I don't know if I'm going to have like a kidney table, or if I'm going to like go to the classroom and pull groups, or if I'm going to pull them out of the classroom into groups and just kind of, I have no idea. So like, I've been racking my brain for like a week trying to think of like all the different possibilities. Like, how am I going to do this? Like, how am I going to implement things? I got a new planner yesterday, which I was super excited about because it's completely blank. Like, you fill in everything. You can fill in your dates. You can either have them go left to right. You can have them go top to bottom. It's a teacher planner, an Erin Condren teacher planner. So I was super excited about that because Target now sells them. So I was super excited about that. But I'm not awake yet. I'm still drinking my coffee, so you'll have to bear with me. So I was filling that out last night. I put like all of the school dates in there, like days that the kids leave early, days that we're doing intercession, all the breaks. Like, I put everything in there. I didn't list STAR testing. I need to do that today. Because those days, obviously, I cannot pull groups for reading and stuff because they're going to be testing. I know there's a STAR testing session in December, and then there's a Excuse me. And then there's another one in May or April. But also, one thing I had not realized when looking at the school calendar was that we're working until the end of June. Literally the 24th of June is the last day. And I was like, wait, what? So that kind of threw me. What the heck was that? That kind of threw me for a loop. Because I knew we were ending in June, but I thought it was like the first week of June. Because this year we got out May 26th. So this year they're starting like a completely different kind of program thing where they're going to be doing intercessions. So for a week, I don't know if anybody knows what intercessions are, but for a week, for a couple months, kids are going to get invitations to come to the school. So basically, we're going to let the kids that are on grade level stay home for the week. If they choose, they don't have to. They can still come to the school if they want. But it's mostly so we can get with the lower kids and bring them up to grade level, or at least work with them in bringing them up. Like obviously you're not going to bring a kid up to grade level in a week, but we're going to have 4 intercessions. So I think we're doing the first one in September, and then the other 3 are after the new year. So I think we're doing one I know the last 2 weeks that we're in school in June, those are all intercession. The last 2 weeks, we get out June 24th, but the 2 weeks leading up to that is all intercession. So the way I saw the intercession was that it was kind of a way to prevent summer school. But then when I looked at the calendar last night, I was like, this is basically summer school. It's just listed on the calendar. So I haven't really paid much attention to the previous school calendar because I wasn't staff at the time. I didn't start working at the school until like mid-April, I think. I know I did the whole month of May. So I think I started either like the last week of April or something like that. So I didn't really like pay attention to the school calendar from last year, but this is the first year that we're doing intercessions. So we're kind of trying out a bunch of new things. So like a bunch of the programs that we're using are changing. One thing that the principal said was that she's going to get me like a teacher login for the reading program that we use. And it's one that we used last year. So I am sort of familiar with it because my daughter used it when everybody was online for COVID. I'm kind of familiar with that. But the only thing that I'm kind of worried about is with this new position, like, is everything going to be computer based, or am I actually going to be able to do like some kind of like physical reading with them? And I called the principal like the day after she gave me the position, and I asked her, I was like, am I going to need like any kind of storage? Like, am I going to have like an actual area where I'm going to be? Like, I've been upstairs a couple times and I never saw this lady, so I don't know if she's like in a nook or like in a classroom, if she has kind of like an office thing. Like, I have no idea how this is going to go. Like, I had never even talked to the lady until we did this professional development thing like 2 weeks ago. So she was kind of hidden upstairs, so that kind of makes me think she had like her own little area, which kind of makes me happy, but I don't know if I'm gonna have like a folding table and a folding chair, or if I'm gonna have like a desk or kidney table, you know, a comfy chair, if I can bring my own chair. I have no idea. So I'm trying to like think of things, but I mean, since staff goes back to school tomorrow, I know I'll have a week to figure everything out, but that also makes me nervous because I have no idea basically what this position is. Like, basically all I know is that I'm going to be helping kids with reading, and then I'm going to be using a computer program. Do I need to bring my own computer? Like, are they going to give me one of the Chromebooks? I have no idea. So I'm kind of like, there's a lot of uncertainty. So I guess my project this week is figuring out what the heck I'm doing, planning it. One of the things that I love about that Erin Condren planner that I just got is that in the back of it, like you can, it has like weekly schedules for everything. So like you get your month calendar, and then you get like 10 pages that, you know, are for lesson planning. So I guess technically that's what I'm going to be doing, but I'll be able to break it down like by classroom, like however many kids I need to pull out of that classroom. You know, I can list it for like, you know, we need to work on this level for this kid, this level for this kid, and this level for this kid. And in the back of the book, you have like attendance sheets. So I can like put their names and check them off, you know, to see if they were there. And I love that because this is also something that's going to hold me accountable, and it's going to hold the students accountable. So, you know, if they're tardy to class or whatever, their teacher's going to have them marked in attendance. But if they show up to my thing, you know, obviously they're gonna show up in the class, you know, because I'll be pulling them from the class. But I just like having attendance, you know, to cover myself. Like if they're still not coming up to where they need to be, I can be like, look, I worked with them this day, you know, I had them for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I really hope it's like 15 minutes, which that is not a lot of time, but a lot of, I mean, I don't know how long class times are for like 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. Like I know they're going to be going to different classrooms for that, or at least the teachers are going to be switching between classrooms for that. Because that's how it works in the junior high. Like the kids stay stationary in their classrooms, but the teachers rotate. So, you know, they'll start out with a math teacher, and then the science teacher will come in, and then the ELAR teacher will come in, and then, you know, another teacher will come in. So, or like the history teacher. So, I don't know if like 3rd, 4th, and 5th are going to be like that. I know that 3rd grade, 2nd grade did that last year because that was the grade that my oldest daughter was in. And for the first half of the day, she was in math and science, and then the teachers switched off, and then she did ELAR and social studies. So I know that 3rd grade is going to be like that because one of our paras just got hired as a 3rd grade math and science teacher. He was telling me about that, so I know that that's how it's going to be. So I'm assuming that that's how everything is going to be, but I don't know how long these class times are. So I don't know how long I'm going to be allowed to pull students out. So all this week, I'm going to be really trying to figure out scheduling. And I guess I need to meet all of the teachers. I did ask the principal if it's going to be just elementary or junior high? She said everything. So I was like, okay. So I'm going to be going over the whole dadgum school. And so that's really going to take a lot of planning, scheduling. Like, I don't know if I'm going to need materials. I kind of hope so. Like, I don't want to just use a computer. I did buy some supplemental things that are small. I can just stick them in my bag and carry them with me between the elementary and the junior high. But I guess until I know exactly what I'm going to be doing, I can't really buy anything. But I'm thinking I'm going to be one of those teachers that's going to have to buy the little box on wheels, because I'm not going to be able to put everything in my little teacher bag. And that Erin Condren planner is like this thick, and it's like 5 pounds. Not literally 5 pounds, it's probably a pound, but it's pretty heavy. So I'm not going to want to put that in a bag on my shoulder. That's going to kill my shoulder. But so I'm thinking I'll have to buy like one of those little boxes. But I'm really, really excited about this position. And the principal said whenever she called me that I was her first thought, because she knows that I love helping kids, and that's like my goal because, you know, of what I'm going for with my master's. You know, I told her I wanted to be a teacher, and so I feel like this is kind of a trial for me, because when I interviewed for the kindergarten position, she did tell me that I did really well in the interview. I did really well with the lesson that I taught, but I was up against teachers with like 20 years experience. So, and one of the kindergarten teachers, I think she said this is like her 3rd year or whatever. So, you know, I had some competition for those. So she said that's the only reason I did not get that position. So she said it's not a no forever. It's just a no for right now, because this is their first time doing stations. So I think they're called stations. What are they called? I don't know. Yeah, but kind of like stations, I guess, where like the kids go to like the reading station or the math station or the computer station, and they work on you know, those little things for however many minutes, like 15 minutes or whatever, and they're kind of like student taught. They're not stations. I don't remember what they are, but you know what I'm talking about. But this is the first year that they're using those. So she wanted teachers that have experience with that, because, you know, hiring a brand new like first year teacher and throwing in something that's brand new, I guess, was like too risky. So the STAR testing last year was not great. So I know she was really upset about the scores that the school got. So that's why she's really wanting people that are experienced, because it's going to really help out the school. So I totally understand that. And I did tell her, like, during my interview that any of the observations that I ever did were in classrooms that used these stations. So like, I've seen them, I know how they work, but I have never done them before. So, you know, that's kind of like how I would love to have my room set up, you know. Oh yeah, by the way, I am reapplying to teacher programs. I am getting into, and I'm really excited about this, because if I go with me on my sidetrack really quick. After that interview, I got really excited and I was like, I guess I really do want to teach, because I was really sad that I did not get the position. You know, I understand why I didn't get the position, but I got really excited about it and was like, yes, like I'm going to have a classroom, I'm going to have students. And so like I started buying stuff and like I got really excited and I just had so much fun doing it. So I was like, okay, maybe I really do want to teach. So, but I don't want to go through Texas Teachers, because I already know that I was at a point with them that I was having to take my PACT exam and stuff like that. So I did some searching online and I found some other teacher programs that are accredited in Texas. And there was iTeach Texas, and there was some other one that I can never think of the name of. Not Certified Teacher. I think that's the other program that's kind of like 240 tutoring. I don't remember. It could have been Certified Teacher. I don't know. But this one, I'm going through the iTeach Texas. So I'm kind of in the application process. But I also submitted my transcripts from my master's classes, because I have a 4.0 in those, and I really figured that those would help me, like admission wise, because you know, my GPA for my undergrad wasn't great, and that's why I had to take the PACT exam, because they want you to have 2.5. Well, I had a 2.4, so you know, that's why they wanted me to take the PACT exam. But I'm hoping that throwing my master's transcript in there, that 4.0 will kind of help me out. So hang on, I'm trying not to like rear end people. But with this one, so you send in your application and then they give you a course that you have to pass. So I thought that was really cool, because I'm already going through the ethics, the TEA ethics videos. I watched those the other day and they're actually really funny, because it's set up kind of like The Office and Parks and Rec. So it was really funny. It's like completely satire. These people slamming on their brakes. But those are really funny, and like this course so far is like really in depth. You do still have to do a few hours of, I think it's 30 hours of observations, but they said that if you are not able to get into a school in a classroom, and they said even substituting can get you hours. So I probably already have my hours, just because I did sub for a while. I think one of my pharmacy clients is in front of me. But I subbed. I subbed for 6th and 7th and 1st. You know, I've done a bunch of stuff, so I've probably already hit my observation hours. But I'm trying to think of what all it says. So I have to have the observation hours, I have to pass this course. Once you pass the course that they put out there for you, then they send you over to admissions. So like if you don't pass this class that they put out there, like a little test course, if you don't pass this course, they don't even send you to admissions. So like they don't even bother. But I really like that aspect, because to me it seems like, and you know, I didn't see it like actually stated or anything, but I knew there was a hair on my glasses. It's sitting there poking me in the eye. But to me, it kind of seems like if you have a low GPA, but you're able to pass this little test class, like maybe they'll give you like a special consideration. So like, I think that would be awesome because that would really help me out. I do not want to take that deadgum pack test again because it was awful and it took me 5 hours and they give you like no time. And I feel like this test, like, it's hard on purpose because they want to make sure that you are like prepared. So to me, it's kind of like just going in there and taking your Texas exam, you know. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm not gonna pass that test, and I don't want to spend $120 to take this test like every couple months. Like, I don't have money for that. I don't have time for that. It's just a pain in the butt. So I'm hoping that if I can get through this class, which I'm almost done with it, I did a ton of it in one night. Granted, it took me like 4 hours. I stayed up until almost 1 o'clock in the morning, but I did a ton of work in that little course. And then the next day I did all of the ethics, which were like 10-minute episodes, and I think there were like 10 videos that we had to watch. So I'm getting close to the point where you have to take the exam over it. So I'm hoping that once I do that and finish that, then they'll send me over to admissions and hopefully I'll get in. But I did send them my master's transcript as well, just to kind of help me out and be like, look, I can do coursework and I'm good at it, but you know, there was a lot of stuff that went on in my undergrad, so that's not a reflection of me as a student. It's more of a reflection of my circumstances. But so I have to finish up this course, but I'm really excited because everybody seems to be doing Texas Teachers, and I did want to go through the school originally. Like, when I first started this channel, I wanted to go through the school that I got my associate's degree from. The only thing about that is that they want like the $4,000 up front. I don't have the money for that. So I'm still gonna try it anyways. Maybe. Hang on. You ever feel like your tonsils are draining into your throat and like it just starts stinging? Jeez. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I might still try to apply for that one, but I'm not 100% sure. But I did want to try these online ones first because I'm still working on my master's and I'm not gonna have time to go sit in a classroom and, you know, for actual semesters. So that's how that school works. So they have it to where you can go in person, but they also have it to where you can do it fully online. But they're set up in actual semesters. So it said it'll take you 3 to 4 semesters to complete it through that school. But I really don't want to do that. I don't have time for that. So that's why I was trying a different online program. But I think that since I originally started this this channel because I wanted to show you a different perspective. Sorry, I'm like going through all these trees and it's like flashing, so I hope nobody has epilepsy. But like, I started this channel to give people a different perspective of different teacher programs. So I'm really excited about this one because I haven't heard very much about it. Like, honestly, I haven't heard anything about it. It just keeps popping up on my Facebook. But so does Texas Teachers. But, you know, whatever you search in Google shows up on your Facebook channel. So, but I think it would be really neat just to try a different teacher program and to show everybody how that one works. Like, you don't have to go through Texas Teachers just because everybody's going through Texas Teachers, you know. So, but so far I really like how this program is set up. One thing I did see on there was if you go the clinical route, you have to pay. You cannot contact the school to get placement. They have to place you because some districts have contracts with actual universities and you can't step on their toes, basically. So the program has to place you for the clinical teaching route. That's not the route that I am planning to go. I want to do the internship route. So the internship route, you basically teach for a year and you get paid for it. You have to interview for your position. You have to apply and get, you know, just like you were applying for a job. That's basically what you're doing. You just get dropped in on every now and then from your field observer. So your field coach, whatever they are, observer, supervisor, that's it, not observer, supervisor, field supervisor. But if you want to do the clinical teaching route, you have to pay the I Teach Texas people $1,000 for them to place you in a district. And then I read up a little bit on that because that kind of stuck out to me like a red flag. I was like, dang, like I didn't see anything on that other school that I got my associates from. I didn't see anything on that. But then again, they want like the $4,000 up front. But, and I haven't seen anything about that from Texas Teachers either. I know that you go through the program and then once you get a position, they start taking like $400 out of every paycheck. Which does seem kind of steep because I don't know. It's green, go. Jesus. I don't know. That just, I'm poor, so anytime I hear, oh, pay us $1,000, I'm like, whoa. But again, that's for the clinical teaching route. That's not the route that I'm planning on going. So, but they also suggest if you choose to go through this one route, they'll give you a free subscription to 240 tutoring and all that. But you pay them, like as soon as you start the classes, you pay them $99 a month. So that showed up as like one of their most popular options. So there was that option of paying, or the other option, just like Texas Teachers, whenever you start teaching, they take out like $460 from your paycheck. So they have two options of paying for the program, but, and I really wanted to do this one in a separate video, but I kind of went off on a rabbit trail. Good Lord, person. They just like ran over the curb and drove through the grass. What was I gonna say? I need to wake up before I get in there and start counting pills. What was I saying? Like, other than that $1,000, but I didn't see anything crazy about the program. But like I said, I really like the fact that that you get to take like a test course first. and then they send you to admissions. So, you know, I'm kind of hopeful that, you know, if your GPA sucks, they see how you do in this class and they let you in, you know, based off of the class or whatever that you take. So I'm kind of hoping that's the case, but I don't really know anything about it. But I am pulling up at work, so I may get back on here tomorrow, since tomorrow is my first day back to school, or I may get on here after school. See, manager's park over here. That guy's a manager. But I may get on here after school and just kind of like let you know how it went. I have to go. But yeah, so I'm super excited. I'm also really excited that today is my last day. Don't tell anybody. No, I've been telling people, I'm like, hallelujah, I want to get away from this place, because it took me 36 minutes to get here, but usually it takes me about 45 on a weekday. Anyways, I'll let you go. Thanks for listening to me ramble for 36 minutes. I'm going to try to edit this. I've not been successful in editing my videos. It's just too complicated. I can't figure it out. I'm going to have to figure out how to blur out my shirt, though, because I don't want to advertise where I work. That's kind of creepy. But, I mean, it's Texas. You probably know where I work by the color of my shirt. Anyways, I'll let you go. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Wish me luck tomorrow. I will update you and let you know, like, exactly what the position is. I'll probably do it on, like, Wednesday. That way I can kind of figure out, like, what it is that I'm going to be doing, like, the actual title of my position. It is an actual position change. So it's not, it's kind of moving sideways, because I asked her real quick before I get off. I did ask her, like, if the pay rate is going to change. She said for now it's not, but she is going to call corporate and change my actual position. So it is an actual position change, because right now I am a paraprofessional in the SPED department. So now I'm going to be titled as something else. Which I don't know what it's called, but I'll figure that out. But I'll let y'all know on, like, Wednesday, and let you know, like, what all I'm doing, what I'm doing to plan so far. If I'm gonna have a office or a desk or a nook or a hallway, or if I'm literally just gonna be camping outside the classrooms, because I have no idea. But I'm super excited about it, so I'll let y'all know probably on Wednesday or something. So thanks for sticking with me. Please subscribe to my videos. That way you can see whenever I post new ones. I'm so grateful to the people that have already subscribed to me, just to, like, give me support, because I really want to help people in this process. Like, I want to give you as much information as possible. And all the comments and, like, support and everything, because obviously from my previous videos, like, I've really been struggling with this. So I really appreciate all of your support and comments and stuff like that. If you have questions, feel free to comment and ask me. For some reason, I don't get notifications, so I have to, like, click on the video and then click on the comments. Like, I don't see notifications, so I don't really understand that. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll check with y'all later. Bye.